That's a letting go. Again, inhale. And a sigh. Ha, ha. And once more, inhale. And a deep sigh. Ha. And then take a long breath out. Empty. Like empty your cup. Uddiyana, Uddiyana. And then walk. Or you could float to your hands. And then again, lifting halfway up and just finding that beautiful line through your spine. Neck is long and free. And then bow. Bow. And you determine whether your knees are bent or straight, and then press down to go up to the sky. Press your legs and feet down, hands to the high, gaze high, and then through your heart center, bow forward. Bow and fold deep and hips forward. Move your hips forward and lifting halfway up, breathe in. Neck long, and then high plank again to low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, to upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Stay with your hands and your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Notice as you stay with your hands and your feet as a foundation, it has a very anchoring quality. Like if you're really present with your hands, and you're working through the triads, and you're working through the mounds of the toes, and you're really feeling the floor, how that is such a foundation for the mind, like an anchoring quality, a grounding quality for the mind. And then drishti comes very naturally. You just relax your eyes to a point. And again, that just sends soothing messages to the nervous system, which in turn creates a new quality of chemistry in the body. And it's like we're just creating a shift, like a wonderful, magical shift on every level, chemically, electrically, muscularly. And so like let this happen, but do this work, the more subtle work of breath and drishti and feeling and getting yourself that's not your real self out of the way. And then a long breath out, empty, and then walk or you float, light as can be. Inhale. And exhale, bow. Press down to go up. Notice as you ground down, you fly high and bow forward, exhale. Hips forward as you hug in, inhale, halfway up. And then chaturanga, so lower push up to upward facing dog, to downward facing dog. And now take a deep, deep breath out here. And step your right leg forward to warrior one. Right leg to warrior one. So you'll spin your back heel flat and reach up. And then bring your hands to your hips. And we'll just manually, let's get a sense of things, but beginning at our base. So really feel your feet. In fact, lift your toes. Can you lift your 10 toes? Some of you have like 7 toes lifting. You have like 3 toes on the front foot and 4 on the back foot. Really like come in as if you were standing in a pan of espresso. Like your feet are wide awake. And then lift the inner arch of your back foot until you feel the center of your back heel. And can you really feel the center of each heel? So you're really, sensitive. You're really present to your core. You're really present to the floor. You're really present to your foundation. And then from the feet, start turning on your feet, actually. Start turning so that then the outer right thigh pulls back. The outer right thigh pulls back, and turn the inner right thigh forward. And then turn the inner left thigh back. Now notice as you're turning on your feet and turning on your ankles, and then your thighs are turning, notice how the left hip will move forward and the right hip will move back. And then notice now that shoulders and lungs are centering. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. And then reach your arms up and look up. And let your hips dip. Like relax your hips down as you reach up. So really find your feet as if you're going to rip your mat in half. Like let your mat just be stretched because your feet are moving away from each other, but you're turning at your source, at the foundation. And then look up and go backward even more. Up, and maybe you walk your eyes across the ceiling to the back of the room, but without forcing. This is for you again. Breathe in and chaturanga, low, hands to the floor. Right leg back, lowering, and then lifting to upward facing